Everybody, what's going on? Corey here, and it's early in the morning when I'm shooting this, so I've got some Black Rifle coffee, and today's video is going to be about what is in my uh, gimmick bag or gaff bag, um, and this is what I'm using to make my own gimmicks or gaffs. This isn't the end all be all. There's just some things that I've accumulated over the years um, for when I'm wanting to, when I have an idea to make something. A lot of the stuff is inspired by, of course, other people. I've got stuff in here inspired by Adam Wilbur for some tricks that he has. And yeah, we're going to jump right into it. Some of the stuff I've been using for years. And I don't make a lot of gimmicks or gaffs. It's not my thing, but I like to have the stuff available. So when I have an idea, like, oh, I think I can make that, I get out there and I just do it. So, two items that are not in the bag that I have out here. This is double stick tape. This is not my usual double stick tape, so I just started getting this, and this is pretty much what everyone's using. It's comes off a lot easier. It's a lot easier to work with. You'll see in the bag that I use Scotch brand usually, so this is kind of a recent upgrade here. And my other thing, and this is my most used item, in fact I probably have 50 of these sticks in my closet, is a Scotch brand repositionable glue stick. Years ago, this was what everyone started using this. If you were using double stick tape and it didn't need to be like a more permanent fix, this is what people were reusing. And I still use this for false recollections. This is something that I recommend anytime that you need like a temporary adherence with cards. I recommend this 100% all the way. And I've got a few things of my own that uses this. You can use double stick tape, but I just like this because there's silence. You don't have to put the double stick tape on and like pat it on your shirt to loosen up the stickiness. And this, if you're doing something and then you want to hand out something dirty, you can wipe this off with your thumb in the action of handing it out. So I love the Scotch brand repositionable glue stick. And I think other people, I think Elmer's makes a repositionable glue stick. And I think there's some other companies from around the world that make it. But this is my go-to. Now getting into the bag. This is my bag, and this is a travel bag. I don't remember who I saw using this, or using a travel bag, but I liked the idea of this because if I want, one that holds really everything, other than what I don't have in here. Now it's got a little hook, and you just kind of hang it up somewhere. That's some index card that I use for something else. And everything that I need fits in here. It's not super organized, but I don't really need it to be the most organized thing. But I really like this bag. This is just a travel bag. I think I picked it up on Amazon for like 12 bucks. And it holds everything I need. So this is my self-healing cutting board or craft mat. It pops right in here. Obviously I could just lay that in there if I wanted to. And in here, there's additional pockets that I can put things in to keep this a little bit more organized. But it's important to have some kind of cutting surface. And again, this was something that was cheap. I think this was something I picked up at Hobby Lobby for just a few dollars. I think you can even get these the same size at the Dollar Tree or the dollar store for like $1.50, or $1.50, depending on which one you go to. But this is crucial for having. I like to have a small one because if I'm out traveling, or if I'm going to a convention or something, this can go in my bag, and then I have a cutting surface if I'm wanting to make something in the hotel. Next up, if I can find out where the zipper is, there it is. It's just a lot of simple stuff that's doesn't really need a ton of explanation. Like I said, I don't make a lot of gimmicks or gaffs. So my kit's not going to be as complete as maybe you see other people's, but um, I've got some Elmer's glue. This is the stuff that goes on purple and dries clear. So if I'm making double backers, double facers, overlap cards, anything where I'm splitting cards and putting them back together, making my own, this is my glue stick. And a couple other gimmicks out there. I like that it goes on purple because I can see that I've got full coverage before I'm ready to move on. So just basic Scotch tape. This is known as magic tape, but it's just Scotch tape. Crucial to have in the bag. You can hold things together. You can also use it as hinges. If you watch a lot of people's videos on making gimmicks, this is used to watch just to kind of hold like cards together or hold things together to make a hinge. So to me, very important thing to have in the bag. Scissors. You've got to have scissors. This is for the new double stick tape. This is for the old double stick tape. I might not actually have the old double stick tape in the bag. I just realized that. This is magnetic tape. So this is literally a roll of tape, and you can see how thin that is, that you can pull off and place on something and make a magnetic surface. So this is really fun to put in cards to make a single card magnetic, to put in a card box to create a flap that's catches magnetically. Adam Wilber has a trick. I can't think of the name of the project, but it is released by Illusionist, and you can see it on. I think it's available on Magic Stream is where I saw it at, where he utilizes this for one of his tricks, and it's absolutely brilliant. And I want to say I paid like $5 for this, maybe less, and you get this giant roll that's going to last most likely a lifetime. I'll pull some of this stuff out real quick. Oh, nope, I didn't want that to happen. X-Acto knife, or utility knife, or craft knife, must have. Along with that, replacement blades. This one I have here is called the Gripster, so it's got a rubber body. It also has a nut on the end, so when I lay this on the table, it's got flat sides, so it does not roll. So I can be working with it, set it down, it's not going to roll off the table, and I can pick it back up and use it, and I've got that sheer grip on there. So very important, and that's what you want the cutting mat for. Here I've got just some foam adhesive dots. I haven't used any of them yet, but I figured this would be a good thing to maybe have it in the bag for things that I might be working on. Because you never know, you're going to be working on something, have an idea like, crap, I could have used that. This is elastic thread. And, it's the one everyone uses. I can't think of the name of the brand. I don't even know what it says on there. Prim. It's the Prim elastic thread. So this is a knitting elastic thread. And you have to have this. So if you're making flap cards or anything like that, this is something that you're going to want. Blue tack, poster tack. I always keep this around. I have a little mound of it back here for when I need to use it on something. This comes in a lot handier than you would think. If you're doing stuff with coins, you need to adhere a coin to something temporarily. I use this in my Boston box. So my Boston box, that's how I have the coin adhered to it. So I just like to keep this around just in case. I could probably cut this packaging down and have it a little bit smaller amount because this whole pack will last quite a while if I'm using it exclusively for gimmicks. And then the main part that's not supposed to be there is a variety of magnets. So this is just, that's what everything else on the table is. So this is full of magnets. These are small magnets. I've got another size of disc magnet here. This is full of different sizes of disc magnets. So all magnets for doing what you need to do. And I've got different sizes, different shrinks for what I need. Some might be too big for some things, but some, you know, I'll have a use for all those. So I just like to keep an array. My most commonly used ones are these in this bag. They're super tiny and they're pretty thin, so I do like to use these a lot for disc magnets and combine them with some of the other ones. But those are I try to keep a variety on hand in case that's something I want to use. I actually built something recently utilizing these smaller magnets to make a prototype of a switching device. So yeah, that's it. That's my whole gimmick slash craft slash magic bag. You know, I think if you're, I'm not someone who's super into making a lot of things, but I do like to make things, and I think that definitely my kit's very minor compared to some. I've seen people who have like toolboxes full of stuff, and that's not what I do. I'm more of a purist in magic, though I do appreciate the gimmicks and gaffs that people make. But this is stuff that when it's like, oh, I have an idea, let me see if I can make that, because this is the only way it's going to work is if I truly gaff the hell out of something. Then I have my kit. I always know where it's at. All my stuff is together, so I don't have to go searching through a ton of drawers looking for things. The only thing that I might need to look for is I do use paper clips sometimes as shims. If I'm needing some kind of metal, and that's normally for the initial test. The other thing that I'll use for a shim is you can go to the hobby store and get just like packs of like 2 plates of metal, steel that are meant for like model trains, and I used to keep a couple of those in my bag, and I just haven't in a long time. But yeah, that is my gaff bag, so, or gimmick bag. So, what my question, I guess, this video is, what do you keep in your gaff bag? Is, you know, do you have anything different that you find super useful when you're making your own gimmicks and gaffs? I would love to know what everyone has, and or do you not have one, and is this kind of inspiring you to get one? I'll see if I can find a link for this stupid little bag. But if you just search like travel bag on Amazon or travel toiletry bag or something like that, you should find this. Any small bag is a good place to keep your stuff if you don't have just a massive amount of things that you want to have in your bag. But yeah, that's the video, guys. Let's have some conversations down below in the comments, and we will catch you in the next video.